Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope we're good. I hope we're all doing fine and well. I'm grateful for your continued support. For those of you who keep coming back to watch our videos, I'm saying a very big thank you to you. And for those who have watched and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. In today's video, I just want to quickly share with you how I made this amazing peach syrup. So all I needed was the peach, some sugar, and your water. So I'm going to run you through the process of making this amazing bottle of, I don't know what to call it. I really love peach so much, and we're in the season, so I take advantage of it. And when I want to buy flavored water, I usually go for peach flavored water, because I just like the flavor. And then I promised you guys that I was going to make you the Sex on the Beach, the mocktail version, and then I needed peach syrup for the recipe. So I went ahead and prepared it. Come along with me while I show you the process. I'm using about 450 grams of peaches, which is 5 reasonable sizes. So I put my peaches in a bowl, and then I'm pouring hot water over the peaches. The reason I'm pouring hot water over it is because I want to peel the peaches, number one, and then we're also trying to kill the germ if there's any germ on the peaches. Don't forget you wash your peaches before you proceed with this process. So basically you make sure your bowl is big enough, and then you pour in your water. For this recipe, I'm using yellow peaches. We have two varieties of peaches. We have the white, we have the yellow. I prefer the yellow one because the flavor is more intense and I like the color. So for recipes like this, I'll prefer to go with the orange, with the yellow peaches. Okay, so as you can see, the peaches can easily be peeled right now. All you need to do is leave it in the water for hot water. Just allow it soak in hot water for just a few minutes. A minute or two is fine, and then you can proceed to start peeling. So I'm going to show you the peeled peaches. So I'm going ahead to peel the peaches. Please don't use a knife. You just want to get this tiny skin. You want to peel off the skin. You can see how tiny it is. Please don't use a knife. Just use your fingers to peel the peaches so you can get all of the skin off. So here we have our peaches all peeled nicely. So we're going to go ahead to depeat the peaches. So you want to get the seed. There's a seed inside. You want to get it out. So you just put your peach on your chopping board like so, and you begin to cut out the flesh so you can get the seed off. It might be a bit messy because remember that the peach is ripe. I also forgot to mention that for this recipe you must use ripe peaches. Sometimes you go to the store and you get those that you could ripen in the house. Please make sure your peaches are fully ripened before you proceed to use it. I'm transferring the chopped peaches into another saucepan on the stove, and then to that I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of clean water. After adding your water to the peaches, you bring your saucepan to boil. So you allow the peaches boil, and then you can go ahead and use your potato masher or your spatula, whatever you have handy, to mash the peaches so you can extract more juice. Sometimes some people prefer to blend their peaches before bringing to a boil. I just find this easier, so I'd rather just go ahead and boil it and then mash the peach. Allow it to boil till you're sure you've gotten it's completely boiled and the juice have the juice has been extracted into the water. So now I'm transferring it into another saucepan. I'm straining it rather into another saucepan because I want to proceed to make my syrup. I'm going to go ahead and leave the juice to boil for a bit, and then I'll proceed with adding 1 cup of sugar to this to the extracted peach juice. Remember, just like with reduced sugar syrup, it's usually 1 part water to 1 part of sugar. For instance, if you're using 2 cups water, you're using 2 cups sugar. It's the same principle that applies to this. Whenever you're making any other syrup, same principle applies. Now, in this case, remember I added 1.5 cup of water when I started boiling the peaches, and that was because I knew that some of this water is going to evaporate, some of them would dry up, and so the quantity of water would reduce, even though the juice from the peaches will add to the fluid, to the total fluid. So I estimated that I'm going to have 1 cup left, and so I added 1 cup of sugar. Now I'll bring this to a boil and I'll stir. We're stirring because we don't want it to caramelize. We don't want the sugar to get stuck at the base of the pan. So you just stir till your sugar is fully dissolved, and then you allow it to boil. Some people allow it to boil, and so to reduce the water content in the syrup. Depending on the consistency you want, I don't like my syrup too overly thick, so I just boil it once the sugar is fully dissolved. Remember, we've boiled the peaches before. Once the sugar is fully dissolved, I bring down my pot. Once you bring down your pan from the stove, allow the syrup to cool down to room temperature. Then you can go ahead and strain. I do a double straining, so we've strained before, but I'm still going to go ahead and strain it into a sterilized mason jar for storage. So you have to ensure that your mason jar, whatever container you're storing it in, is completely sterilized. You don't want any germ, you don't want your syrup to go bad. And this syrup stores safely for 1 month in the fridge. So in my case, I didn't allow my syrup to cool completely. It's still a bit warm, so it's still running because I knew I was going to strain it. Now that it's in the jar, I'm going to allow it cool. I'm going to cover it and allow it cool to room temperature before storing it into my fridge. So here we have it, a lovely glass or a lovely jar of peach syrup. You can use this syrup for pancakes, you can use it as a sweetener, you can use it for your lovely mocktail recipes. It's all up to you. If you tried this, please leave us a comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.